Hello everyone, today I will show you an Italian game that was played more than 100 years ago and began with moves e4, e5, knight in 3, knight, c6, bishop c4. As I have already said, the Italian party, in principle, begins like this. Such an opening exists at all levels of the chess game. The horse is at 6, the protection of two horses is very stable and strong. Knight c3, there is such an interesting option, and here black gives pieces for a pawn. What nonsense, you will tell me, but there is such an option. It's such a small tactic. The horse beats, of course, on the field e4 and d5, such a small fork. It is best for white here to play with an elephant on the field d3 and to take on the field and pick up fort with an elephant. Elephant d6. The position is absolutely even. Neither white nor black have any advantages either financially or morally, but white decided to play the material faster on the move d5, took the bishop, the queen hits the field d5. White probably expected that the knight 3 move would be quite fast. That is, they left the attack, counterattacked, but the queen goes to the field again and black is absolutely fine here. They have the advantage of two bishops, they have a pawn in the center, two bishops are already open by the way. d3 played white to put the bishop on the field. d2 is not the best move, because they tie the knight themselves, but they will untie it themselves. On the other hand, a pawn on the field d3 prevents the advance of the black pawn on the field e4, so that no one drives the knight. W for the elephant is flying, the horse is tied, the elephant d2 have untied the other horse. The horse goes to the d4 field, the pressure continues, and here it was best to play castling. Why? Because the takeover, they took away, and black is also castling, and black has a very good position here. Now there will be a march on the king's flank of pawns, but it would not have turned out what happened in the game. In the game, there was a knight d4. White played a knight on the field barely. It would seem, well, what could be more logical? We attacked the queen, pressed on the knight, which presses on our knight, but the queen retreats to the field d5 and another piece, already the third, presses on point f3. And here friends should still find some other solution. By the way, it was possible to pick up on the field at 3. It would have been better, but black was counting on something else to take. They would have taken the pawn and fees would have flown to the field of d5 later, tying the pawn. You can't take a pawn, because here the rook is lost first, then the knight, because only a knight can be closed. They would have retreated, taking it with the queen. They took it, ate it, and the elephant retreats. As a result, the bishop and the pawn are for the knight, but the position is much better for black, because these two pawns are weak. The advantage of two elephants in an open position. Also, the king is still in the center, black can cast in the long side, that is, black has a bigger idea here. On the move, the queen d5 c4 was played. This is already a gross mistake. It was necessary to take the horse on the field d4 to take it would be an absolutely equal position. Here the check was discharged, closed with an elephant, and that's it. The position is leveled a little bit, maybe a little bit better for black, but here you can't say in principle. But the move c4, which followed in the game, bumps into the victim of the queen beats f3. And in those days, 100 years ago, after all, the victims were raised to look at the beauty of chess, jf, the knight beats f3 check, the king f1 and the bishop h3 checkmate. Here is such a beauty on the board. Checkmate with a knight and a bishop, on the 13th move also with the queen's sacrifice. 100 years ago, people in general also worked miracles, both before and now, but now people play more accurately, so you will only find such games at some high level. They're in isolated cases when chess players are allowed to yawn the rudest. This of course happens. We are all human beings and it is impossible without mistakes, but the one who does nothing is not mistaken. Thank you so much for watching. Write comments, subscribe to the channel. The video is released daily. I wish you happiness, health and a peaceful sky over your head. Bye bye.